Now we're going to go over formulas, variables, and problem solving. Okay, so say we have a box or square, right, that has a side of 10 inches. And we want to find the perimeter. Well, we just need to remember the formula for that. So for a square or a box, the formula for perimeter is P equals 4 times S, and S stands for side. Well, we know that the side equals 10 inches. So the perimeter would be P equals 4 times 10. So P equals 40 inches. All right. Now what about finding the area of the square? Well, the area of a square, the formula for that is A equals S squared. Okay. So say we had a square with one of the sides, right? We just know the side of one, we know the length of one side of the square, and that's 15. So area equals 15 squared. So area equals 225. All right, what about rectangle? Well, rectangle, if we're looking for the perimeter, is P equals 2 times length plus 2 times W. All right, so say we know the length of the rectangle is 13 feet, and we know that the width is 8 feet. Oh, yeah, 8 feet. I just forgot one last thing real quick though here. This is 15 inches. If this was 15 inches, then this would be 225 inches squared. All right. Forgot to mention that. When you're squaring something, the units become squared as well. So it's not just 225 inches, it's 225 inches squared. All right, going back to this. So the length of this is 13 inches, and the width is 8 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to have perimeter equals 2 times 13 plus 2 times width. All right, and that's going to be 26 plus, not width, sorry, times 8. There we go, sorry about that, plus 16, which is going to equal 42 inches. So perimeter equals 42 inches. Now the area of a rectangle equals length times width. So the length, say we have a length of 6 inches and a width of 5 inches. Well, then the area is just going to be 6 times 5. And let's put inches there like that. So then the area is going to be 30 inches squared. Remember, it's not just inches by itself, it's inches squared. Okay? Alright, so those are some basic formulas for rectangles and squares. Alright, let's take a look at another basic formula, Fahrenheit and Celsius. So say you have a thermometer that only reads Celsius, but you need to convert it over to Fahrenheit because that's what you're used to. So the formula for that is F equals 9C, which stands for Celsius. Okay, C stands for Celsius. Divide that by 5, and then plus 32. So key thing to problem solving is graphing and tables. So let's look at a table. This is a table. So in this case, C is the input. Okay, input is usually is located here on the left when you're dealing with the table. That's where you should put it, I should say. And the output is over here on the right. So Celsius and Fahrenheit. So we put a bunch of little lines across, horizontal lines across the vertical line in the middle. And then we write things in like 0 here. So 0 degrees Celsius. You're like, okay, what is it Fahrenheit? It is 36 degrees Celsius. So what is it Fahrenheit? It's 40 degrees Celsius. What is it Fahrenheit? It's 50 degrees Celsius. What is it Fahrenheit? Okay, so if we do that, we replace this number with the C over here. So it's going to be 9 times 0 equals 0 divided by 5 is 0. So 0 plus 32 is 32. So let's try 36 here. So, let's actually say it's more like 35. There we go. Let's make it 35. That'll make it easier for me. So it'd be 9 times 35. No, it's divided by 5. I'm going to show you something here. This is why it shows 35 as well. When you have a multiplication, 9 times 35, and then you're going to divide it by 5, you can rewrite the whole thing like this if you feel like it. And then you can divide the 35 first if you want to as well. So 5 divided by 35, that equals 7. So then it's 9 times 7, so that's 63. And then 63 plus 32, well, that is 95. And we can double check that just to see if, if you're confused. We can see if, I'm wrong on that. So let's double check it over here. So 9 times 35. Let's go ahead and multiply that out. So 9 times 35 is first 45. Oops, 45. Carry the 4 over here. 9 times 3 is 29. Plus 4 is 31. Okay. Now we divide the 5 into 315, I mean. So let's do that. 5 into 315. And does it go into that? No, it doesn't. Does it go into this? Yeah, it does. It goes into 6 times. So 30. All right. Not 31, but 30. And then we have a remainder of 1 right there. So bring down the 5 afterwards. Does 5 go into this? Yes, it does. How many times? 3 times. Exactly 3 times. So the remainder is 0. So 63 and 63, remember? Right there. And then we do plus the 32, and it's still going to equal 95. Okay. I should just make that black. Alright, so let's apply this rule, this little thing here. So I'm doing all this multiplication here. Let's do this with the 40 and the 50. So 9 times 40 divided by 5. Well, 40 divided by 5 is 8 times 9 is 72. So 72 plus 32, that's going to be 104. All right. Let's do this last one. 9 times 50 divided by 5. Well, 50 divided by 5 is 10, so we can't cross that out. Turn that into a 10, right? So 9 times 10 is 90, plus the 32. And that's going to be 122. I can show you that here if it was well, if you didn't see it. 2. And then this and this is 12. 122. And that's how you would make a table with a formula. All right. Let's make some room, and we'll go over some other problems. All right. Well, let's take a break real quick first. Now to think about it. This video is getting kind of long, and we'll start up here again, and we'll start with part 2.